Previously on Dungeons and Dragons.
Having gotten their goal quest, our heroes left the church and collected Duke and Rune from the cafe in the bushes. They decided they needed lots of honey garlic barbecue sauce for goal hunting. For reasons, they located the nearest grandma and got directions to the nearest Elvish barbecue restaurant. They also noticed Bullen standing nearby and collected him. Meanwhile, Bullen was still negotiating with the rats. They worked out a deal where Bullen would get them a map of the sewers of the Eastgate district of town in exchange for information on the red-haired dwarf and the magic artifact fragments our heroes were looking for. He also managed to find a magic item shop in the Eaton Center. He picked up the coffin, the necklace, and the tent. Meanwhile, our heroes were enjoying some traditional Airrock Elvish barbecue. The food was so good, it caused Duke to suddenly realize after 4 years that Allura is supposed to be Korean. And suddenly the world he lived in all started to make sense. While Duke was having his epiphany, Bullen was telling our heroes that the woman they were looking for can be found around the temples in Drab Town. To complete their preparations, Chad bought as much sauce as the restaurant was willing to give them, and tipped enough money to buy the whole restaurant. Because some people in the party are very good at sharing. After leaving the restaurant and parting ways with Bullen so he could scout ahead, our heroes started making their way out of town to camp for the night. Until they suddenly remembered they are in a town where inns can be found. They located the nearest grandma for the best inn in town. After very discreetly talking about where they were staying for the night that definitely didn't arouse any suspicion, they made their way over. Meanwhile, Bullen arrived at the Gucci church looking for everyone else. He noticed that there was a Seuss hallway that was heavily guarded. Bullen snuck around and managed to find a bunch of keys. With his disguise and keys, he attempted to sneak by. That was until he found the anti-magic field. Bullen turned 360 degrees and walked away. Meanwhile, our heroes arrived at the totally normal and regular inn they were directed to. Our heroes booked some rooms and some entertainment. They all entered their rooms to sleep for the night. Except for Cappuccino. Who knows where he went?